Lord, I hope he hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. I just want to fall on you. So about 5 minutes. Waiting and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just want to fall on you. To show the devils you waiting and to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
That we going through, we know that you're real. But I just want that we going through, we know because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. Dear Lord, mature enough to say the same shit.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Look, I keep it loyal to the team. UBK play for kings. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 V's. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. When he cross the line, I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna hit his ass with his virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all to do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it loyal to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we takes. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it loyal to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us, he a breach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
Check 1 2 1 2. Check. Check 1 2 1 2. Count. Go on, sir. Oh, okay. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shimmy Al-Shabbat, all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Al-Thabah, Shimmy Al-Shad, all the sisters. It's the Isupk Tuesday night Brotherhood class. This is Officer 50 Mai Shaw, holding it down until the precinct officer Yar Makarad. And, Brotherhood. It's a very important thing for Israel, for the nation of Israel. And who's that? The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's a key thing. It's so important that our King Yahweh Mashiach, aka Jesus Christ, stressed it so much in the New Testament. Through you know what I'm saying? Because brotherhood, as we like to say in the UPK, is a weapon. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And because of that, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we need to come together. You know what I'm saying? And not just the brothers, but the sisters also. You know what I'm saying? But it's like if I could I get the book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 22? Baba Shaw. You know what I'm saying? It's Matthew 5 and 22. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just hop right into it. You know what I'm saying? And bear with me one second.
Check.
I say, well, we're in the end of days right now. I mean, you see the signs of America falling. It's crumbling. Babylon is falling. You know what I'm saying? And right now, in these trying times, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to come together. Right? Ain't no way. Ain't no other group or organization, ain't no politician going to help you out of this thing right now. That's right. It's imperative that you come in here, get in these classes, the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got that.
Slacky, you got that?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 22. Okay. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause.
All right, angry at your brother without a cause. You know what I'm saying? This is something, that's prevalent in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian communities. You know what I'm saying? Hating your brother for no reason at all. Wait, from another block, from another street, another hood. You know what I'm saying? Wearing the wrong color.
Right.
Slacker, keep going, Baba Kashaw.
Come. shall be in danger of the judgment.
Danger of the judgment. Judgment is punishment. Punishment from the Most High.
That's right.
Divine punishment. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Kaluka.
Khan. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah.
Rakah, that's like an insult saying, you know, you're worthless. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Telling a brother you're worthless. You know, it's so many words, you know.
Right.
Forget you, you know, something like that. Keep going.
Khan.
Baba Kasha. Salaki, sir.
Shall be in danger of the council.
Right. Now, the council, that's the men who judge these offenses. You know, righteous men of God. Men you see here in Isupk and the Commander General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? That or actually that'd be brothers higher up, you know what I'm saying? Captains and generals, you know what I'm saying? Keep going, Baba Kasha.
Khan. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
All right, now that's when you're no longer in the school anymore, and that's when your judgment come from the Lord.
That's
you know
right.
All right, slack yourself. I could, if you could drop that, take me to Book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood is a weapon, and we got to learn how to deal with one another.
Khan.
It's so imperative.
Khan. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, and verse 31.
Go ahead.
And as ye would that men should do to you,
Right.
do
Go ahead.
Slack.
Come.
do ye also to them likewise.
You know what I'm saying? Now, growing up, this was the quote unquote golden rule. You know what I mean? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Now, in this context, do unto others, it's basically talking about your brother, the people who look like you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Do unto them how you would have them do unto them how you would have them do unto you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how this brotherhood works, how we come together. You know what I'm saying? We respect one another and we treat each other with kindness.
That's right.
That's how blacks, Hispanics, and Indians are going to rise above. You know what I'm saying? For water, sir. For water. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Slakia. Okay, that's the end of that.
Salakia.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
Now, if I may, just what you saying is so heavy, you know, because it's like that's like pulling teeth to black people.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
right?
Like black people love to be nice to everybody but black people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You get,
sir.
you know what I mean, a bunch of black people in one place. It's like they just looking for a reason to kill another black man or harm another black man or woman.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
sir.
Like we just being kind to each other is like, oh man, I can't do that. Salaki.
Oh, right, exactly, sir. For water for that. You know what I'm saying? It's too hard, and you give up, and you say, well, I get along with Timmy and Susan over there, and Becky over there. You know what I mean? Or Ling Ling, some of y'all. But they're not you. They're not your people.
That's right.
That's the bottom line. And Christ, and like my brother, Officer Young always brings out, Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourselves together, O nation, gather together, O nation not desired. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? That's who needs to come together, the nation not desired. All right? Not them other nations. You need to ignore them other nations.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not brotherhood in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Slack, sir, we could drop that book of John chapter book of John chapter 15 verse 12. Could Baba Shaw. You know what I'm saying? This brotherhood only pertains to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the lost 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This book from cover to cover is about Israel. So it's Slack. Oh, Slack. Slackers. Yeah, this book cover to cover is about the nation of Israel. All right. So when you see brotherhood referred in here, when Christ is speaking of brotherhood, he is only speaking about the lost 12 tribes of Israel. He's talking about Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? So don't think we're taking these scriptures applies to, you know, the Elamites, the so-called East Indians, the Arabs, or even your oppressor. That's not what this brotherhood's for. You understand? Slacky, sir, you got that for me?
This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 12. This is my commandment.
All right.
That ye love one another.
You know what I'm saying? Now, this is Christ speaking. This is written in red. These aren't our words. All right. Now, this is Christ speaking, his commandment. He's adding a law. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you could, from the top again, Bob
the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 12. Okay. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
That's right. Love one another as I love you. Basically echoing what was said in Book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. Love your brother as I love you. Kind of what Christ is saying, love your brother like you love him. If you follow Christ, you love your brother the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can keep going, Bubba Shaw. Oh, throw out a second. Yeah, come on.
Verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this.
You hear that? Greater love. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing a brother could do who follows Christ can do to love another fellow Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. There's no greater love. Christ said that himself. If you love Christ, then you will love your brother the same. And there's nothing better. There's nothing greater than that. Because you hear Christian church all the time. They'll proclaim how much they love Christ. Oh, Jesus. But do they really practice brotherhood? Do they love their brother as much as they love Christ? You ask them that. And shoot, they'll tell you whatever you want to hear, but you see it in their actions. And in their actions show they don't love their brother. The Christian church is full of backbiting, backstabbing, just hateful actions. You know what I'm saying? Kind. And those are the last people. The ones who say they claim they love Christ, they'll be the last ones to love their brother. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Slack, sir. Keep going, Baba Shaw.
Come. Great. First, Slacky, the book of John 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Again, there's that brotherhood, laying life down for your friends. All right. Christ is preaching this to his disciples, teaching them this. Oh, Slacky, brother, you got a question? Oh, my bad. Thanks.
Salaki.
Come.
Yeah, if I could, this is a heavy precept, and this is a common idea that you hear in the world.
Right.
You hear this idea. I'm becoming more of a priest than an athlete.
Good night.
Salaki. Salaki, if I could.
Come, sir.
This is a common idea that you hear in the world, even amongst friends, right? A brother will say, like, I'll die for my nigga.
Right.
I'll ride for my nigga. You understand? And the idea behind this is that of course, Christ taught this.
Come.
But what Christ taught is life. You understand? So dying for your brother is the greater extreme of something that you wouldn't even have to do.
Right.
You understand? Like what the spirit behind this is like, if you're willing to lose your life for your brother, then surely you could stop eating pork for him.
That's right. Damn right.
Surely you could do that. Surely you won't sleep with his wife.
Come on.
You understand? And that's why this scripture is so heavy, because it's like in the world we skip all the other parts.
Right.
We skip everything. I don't want to go ahead. Salakia.
Go ahead,
if I may,
oh, yeah, come, sir.
Because what I'm saying, what Officer Yarmark said is just so heavy. What you brought out is heavy, and I'm just gonna piggyback what Officer Yarmark said. It's such a heavy point because just two examples like I could think of real quick, right? Mm-hmm. Like you said, right? Brothers will be, I'll die for my niggas or whatever.
Right.
And the reason why niggas say that, or people say that in the world, is because chances are you won't have to. Like the chances of you ever being in a situation where you absolutely have to die for someone else to stay alive, most of us, 99.9% of people will never be in that position ever in life. So it's easy to say that because you're never going to really be in a position where you have to prove that you'll do that.
Like they say, sounds good.
Right. It sounds good. Right. And then the other thing, going back to what Officer Yarmark said, is like, think about this right now. I think today is what nasty so-called Mother's Day, right?
Right.
I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want probably going to go in on that, but like, think about how many brothers is gonna get their moms flowers and candy and say, and they're gonna take pictures and put it on social media, on Facebook, and say, "This is my number one girl, man. I'll die for her. I'll kill for her. I'll do all of this. Mm-hmm. You'll do all of that, but you can't not sell drugs for your mother.
Right.
You can't not do the things that land you in prison for your mother. You can't do all that she told you all your life. Don't get caught up with them niggas down the block and join the gang.
Right.
You could not do that for her. But yet you can, somehow you're going to die for her and kill for her.
Yeah, come on. Right. You know
right. It's like, oh my gosh.
That's what we say, you can't do the little things that matter. You know what I'm saying? It's all this, you love your mother, but yeah, can you stay clean? Can you keep yourself out of the streets? Can you actually find your way in here to actually serve the Most High God?
Slakia, could you tell your mother to hell with Mother's Day, and that ain't got nothing
Most
to do with anything,
Christ,
and
right?
I love you regardless of this crap, Slakia.
Ooh, let's see what happens after that. Slakia, and with that, pass the class off to priest and officer Y'all Mock.
So you go ahead and grab your strong everything. All right. All right, shalom, Lord Christ. You guys get that brother a hand, man. You understand? Or somebody start holding it down. The young brother in the truth coming on here strong, man. Coming in here very strong. Most High in Christ. If I could get Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Right, we're gonna go right back there. And as we getting that, if you on the live, if you got any questions in the room, just raise your hand. If you got any questions in the chat, just type them in the chat. And also go like and share and subscribe all of this, man. Like and share, subscribe to what's the Durham page? Judah Lions on Facebook. 12 Tribes NC on YouTube and Goldsboro NC. Most High in Christ. Go, yeah, subscribe to the Goldsboro channel. You understand? Like, share, all this to every social media outlet page that you got.
That's right.
Copy and paste it to your grandmama, your uncle, your auntie, your mom, your pops, your friend you beefing with, to send it to them. You understand? Share this truth. You ain't got nothing else to do. Now we're gonna hold off for 1 second. Give me a second right up here. Because what I'm gonna do is try this right here. So it tastes like diesel. It's like, does this have to be here for the class? It does. Yeah, a little bit. It would. If you could, or even just, yeah, that'll help out with this laptop, man. This laptop be in the way. What do you mean? They say. There we go. Yeah, Most High. All right, there we go. All right, Facebook is acting up for whatever reason. No sweat. I came in the room, select to the men above me. Go ahead and start getting them. Get your demon precepts out and get your Mother Day precepts out. Start getting those ready. Questions, any questions online, start typing those in the room, of course. We're gonna get busy. All right, Maisha, you got that?
Yeah, come.
If you could, Baba Kushah.
Come. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
This scripture can't be brought out enough.
Damn right.
You understand? This is very, very, very important. And what the brother was just bringing out earlier is just so heavy because this is our weapon. You understand? This brotherhood is our weapon. And the way we use the brotherhood as a weapon, man, is in this hellhole that we living in, and where every corner you got to see danger. Every corner you got to see a man trying to rape, rob, molest your child. You understand? From the depths of hell, we're taking brothers that, you understand, would be the murderers, would be the drug dealers, would be your dope boys on the block, and turning them into righteous men. You understand? Brothers that, you know, my children can be around without me having to worry about them being molested, you understand, or sold off into sex trafficking, and raising up men that will give their life for me, you understand, so that when we are trying to navigate through this hellhole called America, you understand, we got some kind of brotherhood that we could fall back on, you understand, in this world. And that's what Christ died for, man.
Damn right.
Christ died for brothers to be born again and to raise up brothers, man, that actually knew how to love one another, man. And not that old fake garbage that they talk about in the street, like Officer Thabawan said. They love to scream about what they'll do for their brother, but it's like, chances are, you know, when would you ever die for the brother? You understand? Every time you've ever heard of your friend got killed or so-and-so got knocked up, they was always by themselves. You was never there to ever help or to ever die for them. You understand? But what you should have done was you should have been the friend that told him that selling drugs was something he had to stop.
That's right.
So he didn't have to die. You should have been the brother that told him that being on a block at 2:00 in the morning is something that he needed to stop, so that he wouldn't have to end up in prison for the rest of his life. You understand? Rather than giving some old fake slurs saying that you'll die for him, you understand? You should rather live for your brothers. You understand? And your sisters. Of course, brotherhood is synonymous with sisterhood. You understand? It's the same thing. Continue.
Verse 2, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. This clock is ticking, man.
Damn right it is.
And it ain't gonna stop. You understand? It don't stop for no man. And so you think that because you've been on the block for a week that, you know, God is with you, or that your time won't come to an end. You understand? But what we gotta know is that the Lord got all of our clocks, man.
That's right.
You understand? He got all of our numbers, and whenever the Lord decide that, yeah, he done gave you too many chances, he done brought the camp to your city, the classes to your zone. You understand? And you heard the brother, you heard the brothers, you heard his law, you heard his life, and you chose death. And so the Lord at some point gonna give you what you want.
That's right.
You understand? And that's simple. And that's what we got to start understanding, man, with these fake Israelite groups and these Christians and these fake religions and all of this nonsense. You got to understand that life is as simple as you get what you deserve, man.
Right.
You get what you choose. And that's the beauty of the Most High. The beauty of the Most High is that it's not mystical. It's not dice that you roll on the ground and then hopefully you get life.
Right.
You understand? It's as simple as do what the Lord say and live. Or have sex with gay men, or do that. And then when you get AIDS and HIV and you die, you should be in the deathbed and you should be happy.
Right.
And you should say, well, I finally got what I wanted.
That's right.
You understand? You shouldn't be mad if you put a blindfold over your eyes and you run across the intersection blindfolded. What are you asking for?
It's like, so you asking for death, sir.
You asking to get hit by 18-wheeler. So when it happens, laugh, smile. When you get hit by an 18-wheeler, you ignore the people who said, "What are you doing?
Right.
You can't do that." And then you said, "Well, it's freedom of. I got the free will. God loves everybody, even me. Even if I'm putting a blindfold over my eyes and running across the street, God loves everybody. Correct? Well, no sweat. Well, God will love you. God loves you. You dead. He loves you, I'm sure. I'm sure the Lord loves your dead, mutilated body, your dead carcass that's been dismembered all across the intersection. I'm sure God loves you.
Good night.
I'm sure he has all the love in the heart in his heart for you. You dead though. You understand? And the people who are on this earth who is going to spend thousands of dollars to bury your body pieces in the ground is the people who you realize that you didn't love.
Right.
That's the people who in that day you'll realize that you were a selfish bastard because you chose death. You chose to hurt the people around you rather than to listen to the priests and prophets of the Lord who tried to give you life,
Damn right.
who tried to warn you. You understand?
Damn right.
And that's life. And it's as simple as that. And that's the beauty of the Lord. And so with knowing that, now we know what? We in this hellhole, we living in these curses, in this condition, being Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, having to run from the police,
right,
having to fight for child support cases, having to live a life that is not worth living. You understand? And this is the lifestyle that we got to live. And this is what we have to know as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. We have to stop following after the ways of our oppressor, man.
That's right.
You understand? The scriptures say what? I'm paraphrasing, that thou shalt not envy not thou oppressor, man.
That's right.
You understand? And choose none of his ways. His ways is Christianity, man.
Right.
And it's destroyed us. You look inside the city, you look in North Carolina alone, and what is the percentage of Christians in North Carolina? Everybody. Right. The vast majority of us are Christians, but yet we're enslaved in North Carolina. The scriptures say what? What did Christ say? That the truth shall set you free. If the truth was in Christianity, then why are we still slaves in America?
Right.
You understand? At some point, we got to realize that the Christian church does not have the truth.
That's right.
Because we're still enslaved. We're still dying by the masses. We still are victims underneath the foot of our oppressor. We still don't have brotherhood. We still can't even walk down the streets. I remember not too long ago, we had a young man in this class who told me that walking up and down this block, he felt that he had to look a certain way. He had to walk a certain way. That when a brother went past him, he had to have some kind of demeanor about him that showed him that he won't no punk. And I said, why? Why do you feel like you got to do that? He said, because that's just how it is. That's just the way that we live. You understand? You have to blame Christianity for that.
That's right.
You got to blame Christianity that you can't even walk in your own neighborhood and just be a brother and just be a mathematician. Just be a scientific guy. You got to be a hood dude and walk around like some kind of brolic nut, because that's what Christianity has bred in the communities of our people. Yeah, right. You understand? You can't just be a brother. And it's disgusting, man. And it's disgusting. But you know what? Every brother, they're going to walk down the street every day of their life getting mean mugged by every nigga in the ghetto. But then on Sunday, they're going to put on their best suit and go into the Christian church, sing and dance and slob at the mouth and fall over on the ground.
Good night.
Like some weak, effeminate bastard, man. Like some bitch. And that didn't get her way. They're going to scream and holler in the Christian church, man. And then after they leave, they're going to go and kill each other. That is what Christianity breeds. And this is why Commander General Yohana is so vital to every life of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Right. This is why the UPK is in your neighborhood. This is why you're seeing these classes everywhere. You understand? You see them brothers on them street corners teaching. This is why. This is why. Ask that brother why brothers is teaching on the street corners. It's because he can't even walk down his own goddamn neighborhood without feeling like he's going to get jumped, robbed, or murdered. This is why we're here. You understand? Which is why you should shut your mouth about why the ISUPK is teaching what they teach. Right. You understand? Saying that we spreading hate. We spreading love for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Right. We spreading life for our people, man, so that they can live, man. You understand? And fight them demons that they got on them. And we bringing the nation of Israel back together, man. That's what we doing. We bringing the Puerto Ricans back to the Haitians, man. Right. We bringing the Jamaicans back to the niggas in America. Right. The Mexicans back to the Native Indians, man. Yeah, we bringing them all back together, man, while your Christian church is dividing them. Right. While your Christian church is separating them with over 1,000 denominations, if I'm not mistaken, or is a number greater than that. Come on. You understand? Spreading them thin. You understand? It's disgusting, man. Right. Keep going. Go. And if you could see me with that red bull.
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Uh-huh.
Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord.
Seek ye the what?
Seek ye the Lord.
Yeah, seek your Christian pastor.
Seek ye the Lord.
Seek your Muslim mosque.
Seek ye the Lord.
Seek the more Sinai temple.
Seek ye the Lord.
Pan-Africanism.
Seek ye the Lord.
Buddhism.
Seek ye the Lord.
East Indianism.
Seek ye the Lord.
Homosexualism.
Seek ye the Lord.
LBGTQ.
Seek ye the Lord.
Man, this say seek ye the Lord, man.
Damn right.
This say seek ye the Lord, man. Not Donald Trump, not Joe Biden,
Right.
not Kamala Harris, not your U.S. Supreme Court senators. I mean, justices, Salakia. Not them. This ain't seeking a vote. This says seek ye the Lord, man. Go into the house where the Lord planted his name, man. Where the Lord is raising up men that follow what Christ taught, man. That follow the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's where you're supposed to go, because that is where your help is, man. You understand? Shalom, sis. That is where your help is. That is where you'll learn to breathe life, man. You understand? Not in no Christian church. Keep going. Mm-hmm.
All ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment.
Which have wrought his judgment. What does this mean? That have wrought his judgment.
It's like I said, if I could, wrought meaning to brought his anger, brought his destruction, brought his punishment, sir. Come.
Okay, but break it down. What did we do? How we wrought the Lord's anger?
It's like I said, by not following his law, statutes, and commandments, sir.
Right. Meaning we decided that we was going to celebrate Mother's Day this Sunday, May 8th. We decided that we was going to celebrate Christmas. And we decided we were going to spit in the face of the Native American Indians by celebrating Thanksgiving.
Right.
We decided that their lives don't matter. We decided that the Mexican lives don't matter. But our selfish desires and what our selfish leaders, have decided that the lives of our oppressor is the most precious thing on the face of the planet Earth. You understand? To the point where we even got to go to them and beg them to understand that our little lives matter as well. You understand? That's the condition of black people. That's the state of the nation of Israel as it stands right now. You understand? Which is why we have to get out the Christian church. We have to start separating ourselves from Christianity, man, and these plagues that Christianity is bringing on us, man. Read that one more time.
Come. Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment.
Which have wrought his judgment. Keep going.
Come. Seek righteousness.
Seek what?
Seek righteousness.
Keep going.
Come. Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, man. You understand? Every brother and sister and child that falls up under the UPK banner, the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, is being hid from the Lord's anger right now.
That's right.
You understand? You being protected in the Lord's shadow right now. You understand? Protected from AIDS and HIV. Protected from gang violence, protected from drug addiction, protected from being evicted from your house, protected from your woman putting you on child support, protected from domestic violence, protected from rape, robbery, and murder, protected from these things that our brothers suffer so much in the ghetto, that they suffer so much in the world, and it's caused by the Christian church. We're protected from the plagues of Christianity. You understand? Because we decided to choose life.
That's right.
We decided that we was going to follow these scriptures, and we was going to practice these laws, man, and we was going to keep the commandments of God, and we weren't going to die the way that Christians die. We weren't going to die the way that Muslims die. We weren't going to end up in prison the way that Muslims fill it up. We weren't going to do that. We would rather choose life. You understand? You could drop that. Got any questions? Any questions in the room?
It's like I said, if I could, real quick, just a quick question.
No sweat.
Book of Revelation. No, might sound crazy. John in this book is he was an apostle of Christ, or was he just John the Revelator, just separate from an apostle of Christ?
I can't answer that question specifically.
Come.
I would have to get the answer on that before I tell you something wrong. All right?
Go on, sir.
Any other questions? Anything online? Go ahead.
Con, the sister threw out a pot. Her question was, what about when people in the truth die?
What about the people in the truth that die?
Con, so like it says, I think it's something you might have said a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
It says if you could clarify your question exactly, what you would like to know about when people in the truth die, or you just want to break down on what happens
Right.
to them, so to speak.
Are you asking what happens when people in the truth die, or are you asking why are they dying? Those, of course, are two different questions. I'm assuming why are they dying? Now, why do people in the truth die? Sis? But you had something too? Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all both answer.
Oh, it's like I said, I was just gonna say it's the Most High's design for you. If you in the truth, you just die peacefully. That's the way the Lord wanted it. You know.
Anything else?
Lies.
Sister was on it. Understand? Why does a brother die? Because he had a heart condition. He had a heart condition. You understand? Why does a brother die? Because of old age. You in the truth? Or is he supposed to live forever?
Right.
Understand? These people die, however, they don't die from AIDS and HIV.
That's right.
You understand? Like the fashion in which we die in the truth is honorable. You understand? We die going to camp. That's how UPK brothers die. That's how we leave. You understand? We die and our children have a legacy. We die and we've put in work in the earth for our people to live. You understand? We die and we know that we come back. You remember if you go back into the book of Maccabees, second Maccabees, with the woman and her 7 sons, when the brother, I think it was about the 6th son, and he spoke in his own language. You understand? He was saying it is good being put to death by men, knowing that I'll be resurrected by Christ, by the Lord. You understand? That I will come back into the earth again. You understand? So it's not to say that coming into the truth, you're going to be invincible. You're not invincible. However, the way that the people in the world die, we don't.
That's right.
The way that the people in the world live, we do not live that way.
Damn right.
You understand? And that's just life. You understand?
Yeah.
But of course, we die knowing what? That people in the world don't know. I kind of just gave it to you. We die knowing that we coming back in that new kingdom.
Most High Christ.
We die knowing that Christ is coming back to kill our oppressor for the crimes that he's committed. You understand? While in the world, they die what? Knowing that they had a dime bag in their pocket and ran away from the police, and that's it. They died thinking what? YOLO. This is the only life they get. You understand? So that is the difference between death and the truth and death in the world.
Right.
Our death is honorable. Theirs is not. Simple enough. Okay. Any other questions? Give me Amos 5 and verse 21. Unless there's any more questions. If you got anything else.
Okay.
Remember, get your demon precepts. Get those ready. So I'm going to start asking y'all questions. I'm going to be the Christian. Get your Mother Day precepts. Sister, you too. I know you got them. I know you got them. Sis? I'm the participator. I'm getting ready to celebrate the holidays. I'm the Christian. You got to cut me. I need y'all to save my life today. Now, of course, we know that Mother's Day is coming up, right? I didn't know, but Captain Isupk reminded us. And so, of course, as tradition in the Isupk, during holidays and events and the different periodic times in the world where the world is so connected to a certain thing that is disgusting and wicked and, of course, against Christ, it is tradition in the UPK to cause conflicts with our brothers' consciousness.
Come.
And so, which is why you'll see that we speak on current events. It's what we do. You understand? because of course we know in the truth that Mother's Day is a disgusting holiday. It's a disgusting day. You understand? So along with Christmas and birthdays and Valentine's Day and Halloween, so on and so forth. And so because it's disgusting and because of the job that we have as priests and prophets of the Lord, you understand, our job is to go out and convict the spirits of those who decide to choose Christmas rather than to choose Christ.
Right.
You understand? And so we're gonna go a little bit into Mother's Day. It's very simple, but we're gonna dive into it right here if you could.
Come. It's the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
I despise your feast days.
It's the Lord right here talking. You understand? Now, if the Lord hates and despises your feast days, then why was y'all so happy at that Passover? I know you know.
Oh, Salaki said good.
Sit, let me get the sis.
Okay.
We only got the 2 mics? I know you know.
Salakia, sir, because that was his appointed feast day.
Damn right. You understand? Simple as that. Because he ordained us to hold the Passover. Right? Keep going. Oh, Salah, did you have something else? Okay. Keep going.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
And I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Meaning what?
Salaki, so like I think it was brought out one time when it means the smell in your solemn assembly is like the scent of those turkeys cooking at Thanksgiving or Christmas or
you remember Thanksgiving dinner coming in the house high as hell, and all you smelled was that baked mac and cheese, the collard greens, the yams, all of that stuff, and you remember the smell, right? And the spirit behind it is that smell put you in the spirit of Thanksgiving. It wasn't quite Thanksgiving yet until that turkey came out the oven, until you started to smell that food. You started to smell them cookies in the morning on Christmas. You started to smell the like that's why during Christmas time they do what with Febreze? They start to do what?
Oh, it's like a holiday themed scents.
They start putting out them scents. They start changing up them candles, making it all Christmas themed candles and pine cones and Christmas tree smell. That smells disgusting, right? How do you know it smells disgusting? How do we know? Let's just be not rocket scientists. Let's just be a little intelligent for a second. How do we know that these holiday themed smells they stink? How do you know they're not good?
Because we don't smell it or want to smell it at any other time.
It's not
during the year. Nobody
Christmas
buys that.
The Christmas Febreze is not the leading selling Febreze. No other time during the year. During Christmas, however, it leads. During Christmas, it's the highest seller. But it's not because it smells good. It's because that smell puts you into the spirit. The lights on the Christmas tree, it puts you into the spirit. Even for a nigga who don't celebrate Christmas, he go into the house and he all of a sudden just start feeling jolly as hell. He just like, man, they start playing the song of the mistletoe and deck the halls. Next thing you know, the nigga, this hardcore brother is in a Snuggie with hot cocoa and eggnog right beside him. Just sitting here, how the hell did I get here? You understand? But that smell, man, that smell, that joyous smell that you have in the world when you celebrating these holidays, the Lord gonna turn his nose away from it. You understand? The same way, what's a disgusting smell? What's a nasty smell that, like, you understand? You smelling, you just like I don't know. I don't know, but you get my point. I was going to say gasoline, but I think a lot of people like the smell of gasoline for some reason. Yeah, see, but
chicken farms.
Most times I ain't never. Yeah, this is at a chicken farm, man. A chicken farm. Hey, shalom, brother. Dirty water. Dirty water. All right. So if you come inside the house and you smell dirty water smell, what you gonna do? Hell no, I gotta get the hell up out of here. You understand? Which is why the scripture is so heavy, and the Lord is saying what? Read that one more time.
Verse 21, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Just the smell part.
And I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
Let's read it again from the top for the brother.
Book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
I despise your feast days, your Christmas, your Thanksgiving,
right.
Your Halloween, which is also a feast upon candy and children. You understand? Where predators get to rape and steal your little kids because you're stupid.
Right.
Because you're absolutely stupid and a terrible parent because you send your 12-year-old daughter in some goddamn costume to go to every child predator's home in the neighborhood and knock on the door. What is the brother walking across the street asking for? Yeah. Yeah. How many of you have never heard of the razor blades in the candy during Halloween? Yeah. You've all heard of it, right? So now if you hear of a father or mother who was sending their daughter or son out to get candy, after hearing that people put razor blades in the candy, what does that make you?
It's like I said, it makes you a fool, sir.
You're stupid. You're stupid, sis.
So like, yes, sir. Any other time during the year, they tell you not to talk to strangers, but that's the one time they go and tell you knock on the stranger door and ask for something.
That and Christmas. Christmas, you're supposed to not talk to strangers. And Christmas, you be having some of the most brawling niggas in the mall walking their little baby girl and say, go sit on his lap. While Santa Claus got a goddamn hard on all that fabric.
Good night.
You understand? Fondling on your child, asking her what she wants for Christmas, knowing goddamn well he's not going to give her a goddamn thing. You understand? These holidays are disgusting, man. But being in a Christian church, you never stop to think about them. You never stop to think, like, man, why the hell do I got my daughter sitting on this nigga's lap? But when I go in, if I'm at a basketball game and I see a man even brush up against my daughter, I'm ready to shoot him. Right. But I put her on this homosexual's lap. Right. You understand? Who takes this seasonal job, gets drunk to fulfill his fantasies every goddamn year. You understand? And is it something new? Is it new where there's some Santa Claus in some mall in some city in America that is a pedophile? Is that something that we haven't heard before? It's common. We know that it happens, but yet we still do it. All because these things, the scent of the Christmas tree, the smell of the turkey, the idea of putting on a costume and going to another neighbor's house for candy, all of these things is used to gravitate us into sinning against the Lord. Right. It's what decorates it. It's what makes it. It's like putting salt on shit. You understand? And so you think that it tastes good, but really you eating something that is terrible for you. Right. You understand? Keep going.
Come. Mm-hmm. Verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings.
Though you offer that turkey. Though you offer your mother them flowers and that gift and them chocolates and that I always get this word. What is there a real thing as a ham hock, or is that something I made up?
Yeah, come.
That's real. Turkey ass and all of that. To get y'all that Norby, right? Salagia. You understand? But even though you offer these burnt offerings, keep going.
Come. And your meat offerings.
And your meat offerings, man. That food, man. Because what? You hate your family members all year long. Right. But then here come Thanksgiving, and you passing that onto the plate, and you like, you give her that look there. I ain't gonna say nothing to Miss Shirley, but if she look at me again, right, it's gonna go down. WWE WrestleMania 2023 up in here.
Good night.
You understand? You hate each other, man, and the Lord knows it. The Lord knows that you've been wicked to your family. The Lord knows you hate each other.
Right.
And so he's not going to accept that prayer at that table. He's not going to accept your peace offering, man.
That's right.
You understand? Because at that table, you sit down and you do what? I'm just so thankful for my mom, and I'm thankful for my kindergarten teacher, and I'm thankful for my dog. You understand? Yet you've been disgusting to all three of those things all year. You're a terrible person. The Lord knows you ain't thankful for nothing. You're just a selfish person. You understand? And he is not going to accept it. Keep going.
Come. I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
He's not gonna regard them peace offerings. You can keep that. Keep going.
Come. Verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
Take thou away the noise from thy song, man. What does that mean? What is the Lord saying here?
It's like, sir, he don't want to hear your Christmas carols, your special songs dedicated to Mama.
One more time, if you could.
And
sing it. What it go like?
What's that, sir?
Sing it. What song? What kind of songs they be singing?
Oh yeah. Boys to Men.
Don't sing it that.
Right.
But you absolutely correct, man. Because again, why is the Lord saying, like, okay, does the Lord have something against music?
Lies.
Okay. So why is the Lord saying this?
Like I said, because this music is connected to these holidays, so-called holidays.
Meaning what?
They're
Basically, these songs.
Sure.
These songs, they promote the spirit of these holidays, which are in fact the worship of another god. So the Lord is a jealous God. He don't want you worshiping another god. So when you sit up here singing "Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly," you singing, you praising another god. So like, you got a question?
Come on with it. Somebody get on the microphone. But before you get your question, though, what he said is absolutely correct. You understand? Like we've been bringing out all night. The smell, the holiday seasonal fragrances, the candles, the lights on the Christmas tree, the decorations, the costumes, the smell of that turkey. Right. The song is just another thing that leads you to sinning, which is why the Lord hates it. Right. If it didn't lead you to sinning, the Lord don't give a damn. You understand? Just like hip hop music, which is why the scriptures say that everything that isn't a sin isn't expedient unto you. Meaning hip hop music ain't necessary. It's not a sin. It's nothing wrong with hip hop music. They can be talking about shoot 'em up, bang, bang. It's just music. Right. But if listening to music for you makes you want to kill your brother, then it's a sin for you to listen to it because it's going to lead you to sin, which is why the Lord hates them Christmas carols, man. You be the strongest brother. You be in the truth. You in the truth, solid. You solid in the truth. You go into that Walmart and you hear Chris Brown come on. And you like, oh, shit, good night. And you like, man. And you put in your playlist because you like, man, I'm going to play this shit again in April. You understand? Because you love that song. That brother's talented. He makes great music. It's not the song that's a sin, but it's the spirit behind it, man. And while you only hear that song during the holiday seasons. You understand? So, Lakia, brother, what's your question?
No, I was just, when you had said, deck the halls of bells of holly. Holly supposedly come from the goddess Hall, where holiday come from, and holly is they use wood from the holly tree to do witchcraft and all that, and that's why they call Hollywood because of the sacrificial. When they use the Hollywood in rituals, something got to be sacrificed. Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's off the, another sign. You singing that song, you decking holly. You know what I'm saying? You putting it on the Queen Holly, the goddess Holly.
Right. And all of it is worship of other gods. I haven't studied that specifically, but I don't put it past them. You understand? And it don't make a difference. They all of them holidays is worshiping of some different god, man. Whether it's a god of Janus or whether it's Baal or what's the brother's name? Not the brother, the Hamite name.
Rastafari, sir.
No, God. His spirit was in the evergreen tree. Remember there was a brother, not a Nimrod, right? Okay. Nimrod, you understand? When he died, his mother wanted to keep control over the city, and so what she did was she took the evergreen tree and she put it in the middle of the city. She said that Nimrod's spirit was in the tree, so right. Nimrod was still alive, and the way that it made sense was that, if you know anything about evergreen trees, which is the tree that they use for the Christmas tree, it doesn't change during the seasons. It keep its same green color, its same texture. It stays the same
throughout the winter, throughout the summer, it don't ever change. So when they seen it, they seen all the other trees dying, but this tree didn't die. Right. So they believe, oh man, there gotta be Nimrod in that tree. You understand? And of course, because of that, that's where the birth of Christmas started to come, because she would force the people to come and bring gifts underneath the tree. You understand? Sis, you had something?
Sir, what this brother said and what you were saying is so heavy, because like what they're doing when it comes to like the smells, the food, all these things are rituals. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that's done every year and it's drilled into your head and become a part of what you think is normal. And like, you know what I'm saying? That's why when we talk about like Christianity being witchcraft, you know what I'm saying? It's those rituals, because you're sitting there and you're doing something that goes against what's in the scripture. But you know what I'm saying? Because you used to it and you sitting here doing the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? You think that it's normal and you think that's the way it's supposed to go. But those are rituals that you're doing, and that goes against what the spirit, you know, what scripture is saying to do.
Right. You understand? And that's why all of this stuff is wicked, because when you read the Bible, you see in the Bible what it is we're supposed to do. You understand? But we decide to completely just negate it. You understand? To just neglect what's going on inside the scriptures. All right. Anything else? Is that it on that scripture?
Sir, got a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Come. For I will not hear the melody of thy viols. Come. Verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream.
But let judgment run down as waters, man. You understand? Meaning what? What is it saying right here? But let judgment run down as water. What is a judgment?
It's like it's a divine punishment.
No.
Judgment is a slack here. One sec. Look it up, sir.
Oh, sir. Anybody else want to take a shot at it? What is a judgment?
Slack, sir. It's the Oxford Dictionary definition of judgment: the ability to make considered decisions or come to sensible conclusions.
Which is what a judge does, right? And now in this context, these brothers are sinning against the Lord. And so now what is the Lord saying when he says, and let judgment rain down as waters?
Let it be all over the place. Let it.
You're right. Right? Judgment is going to be all over the place because, of course, they're sinning against the Lord. But what is this? What is the Lord specifically saying?
Let these slack, sir, for me. Let these decisions come flow down freely on these brooks.
Don't think about it as decisions, right? For the context purposes, think of it as punishments. Meaning these judgments are bad, right?
Right.
That the Lord is going to hand out. But think of the context of what we just read. The Lord just said, what? I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Right. I will not accept the peace offerings of your fat beasts. These are things that they are trying to get accomplished, and the Lord is denying. And so when he says, but let judgment rain down like waters, what is he saying? And what Christians must understand.
Let these sir, if I may, let these punishments happen.
It's to those who it's right in front of your face. What are they trying to get done?
They're trying to celebrate their so-called holiday.
Think about in the context of what he's saying. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
Oh,
what are they trying to get done?
Oh, slack. Go ahead.
Go ahead, whoever got it, just go ahead. Blurt it out. Come on.
They're trying to please the Most High.
Right. They trying to please the Lord. They trying to give the Lord a peace offering. They're trying to do something that they believe is good, right?
Right.
But the Lord is saying what?
That this is not pleasing me.
It's not going to work. So let judgment run down. Meaning that peace offering is not going to stop the Lord from burning your house down with that Christmas tree at night. That peace offering is not going to stop the Lord from sending a thief in your window in the middle of the night and harming you in your house. That peace offering is not going to stop you and your family from hating each other. You're going to give that peace offering. The Lord is going to turn his nose away from it, and then you'll fight your family for the rest of the year. The Lord won't fix your problems. He won't answer your prayer. He will not accept your peace offering because what you're doing goes against him. What you're doing is in the spirit of Satan and our oppressor and Esau. You understand? But not in the spirit of Christ, which is why the Lord is turning his nose away from it. Right. Man. You understand? And the same goes for Mother's Day.
That's right.
Mother's Day goes against the spirit of Christ, man. It goes against the law of God. And you should not celebrate Mother's Day because Mother's Day is a disgusting feast day of man that a man created, man.
Right.
But it's not in the Lord. Where did anywhere in the Bible did the Lord say to celebrate your mother on a Mother's Day, man?
Right.
You understand what you got, sis?
Sir, you probably I don't know if you was thinking about this same precept, but Romans 10 and 3 said, for they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
Right.
So, and that's what Christianity does in every way. They try to make themselves, basically, Christians try to make themselves God.
Right.
That because they think they think they know more than what the scriptures say.
Or they try to make themselves to be righteous. When you understand, when being righteous means to follow the law, statutes, commandments. You understand?
That's what I mean. So.
Right. No, you're definitely correct. You're definitely correct. And that's get a sister a hand, because that precept is definitely on point and what Christians try to do, because you will not find Mother's Day in the Bible. You're not going to find it. And what does Mother's Day do? What does it do?
It's like, if I may, it makes a god out of your mother, basically.
Right. You turn her into a god for that day. Right. For that day, you got to go and buy her some gifts, and you got to go do this and you got to do that. Otherwise, if you do not buy your Mother's Day gifts, what will happen?
It's like I said, she'll ignore it. She'll shun you.
She'll disown you. She'll hate you.
Right.
She'll say, my son is the worst. You know, Jerome, he forgot it was Mother's Day. He didn't. She'll be right up in church with that big old stupid hat, gossiping about her own son.
Good night.
Telling every other person how terrible of a son that he is, because she didn't get some stupid Mother's Day gift from her son. You understand? Meanwhile, she's just a stupid bitch.
Right.
She's just a stupid bitch who doesn't know how to raise children and is a child. Is a child mad because she's 86 years old. She's 70.
Right.
She's 64 years old, worried about a goddamn Mother's Day gift. She should be worried about health insurance.
Right.
She should be worried about setting up stocks and bonds for her children and making sure the generations under her it can live and exist in this world. But she's crying like some childish bitch because of some Mother's Day gift, and you're feeding into it, man.
Right.
Which is why my mother ain't gonna expect shit. I don't expect nothing from me on no damn Mother's Day.
Damn right.
You understand? And you make yourself a slave to your oppressor because your mother didn't say, give me a gift on Mother's Day gift. Your slave master told you to do it, man. And you put yourself in a predicament in which now you are forced to do something that your oppressor is making you do, man. Just like birthdays, just like Halloween, just like Christmas, and just like disgusting Valentine's Day, man. You understand? And all of it is disgusting. Now, is it wrong to glorify your mother? No, it is not. In the Israelite school of UPK, we teach our brothers to glorify the sisters in the school when they do things that is worthy of glory. You understand? Not because they got a banging body, or not because what else? What else do women get glorified in the world in? That's just disgusting. You understand? They good at having sex, or they twerking, or got a BBL job. You understand how many times women just, I've seen it. It's like, I'm on top. Don't let me hog in too long, Officer Thabawan, if you could. I've seen it. I've been in the clubs where like a sister just be, you understand? She not all that. She not as beautiful as the sisters in the school. She don't got it. You understand?
And that bitch, she come back and she got a double BBL, and everybody in the club is, oh my God. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, damn, that's an ugly bitch with a fat ass now. Like, you understand? But like nothing changed. Salakia for my language. But the point is that in the world, we glorify our sisters for the wrong things. And so what does that do to her? What does that do to other sisters? To other sisters, they say, what? Well, if I want the glory of men, which is what a woman wants, what she desires. She wants a man to look at her and say, oh man, you Tawab looking. Say, of course, it's natural that she wants that. But when we do that, we make the other sisters say what? To compete, they got to now do what?
They got to be whores too.
They got to go get a damn BBL too.
Okay.
You understand? When it'll be better for us to glorify our mothers for doing what? For being good parents.
Right.
For being righteous parents. It'll be better to glorify my mother because my mother never let me see her use drugs. She never taught me that smoking weed was okay. Right. She never allowed me to eat pork. She never allowed me to go out into the clubs and think that homosexuality is okay. She restrained me from the wicked things that's in the world. That's a mother that should be glorified. A mother that keeps families together, that solve disputes like what's the sister's name in the Bible? Deborah. You understand? A mother like Deborah, who what she did was solve disputes and gave counsel to brothers and spoke good things for her family and kept people together. That's when you should glorify your mother, and you don't got to do it on Mother's Day.
Come.
Who the hell told you got to do it on Mother's Day, man? You understand? You could do it in January the 6th, whatever day that falls on. Go to the store and buy your mother some roses, and you should do it.
Right.
The same as your wives. You understand? You should do it on April. I can't say April. Yeah, on April 2nd. Go to the store and get your wife some I don't know, whatever the hell she like. Ask Tabawan. Tabawan good with all that, man. He the man to go to for all that, man. Christ. You understand? A tremendous brother in the truth. That's and right. A tremendous husband. You understand? And a tremendous friend.
That's
and
right.
And a damn sure tremendous officer under Commander Jenny Han in the Isupk. Right. You understand? A pillar in the school. Y'all should look at him and be more like him. You understand? You'll be all right. But you should do these things. You should do it for your wife. You understand? You should do it for your children. Glorify your children, but you don't have to do it on a goddamn birthday.
That's right.
And you don't got to do it when they don't deserve it. You understand? Damn right. What is you, a child your damn self? Your children is terrible. They worse than baby's kids. And on the birthday, you like, oh, you gotta top of one, man. Can I borrow $200, man? Yeah, man. What's yeah, of course, man. What's the rush? It's my kid's birthday, man. Didn't they just steal your car and crash it 2 days ago? Yeah, but I got him get a new Xbox. To hell, I ain't giving you no money. You understand? That's what a good brother would do. Salakia, brother, with all due respect, I ain't doing nothing for your badass kids. I'm not doing nothing for them. So you're gonna have to ask somebody else for that $200, man. And that's the spirit, man, that we would rather have, man. To glorify things that is worthy of being glorified. And then maybe we would have good parents. Right. Maybe you wouldn't have as many terrible stories about your childhood. Maybe you could grow up and say, while everybody else says, man, my parents was terrible. My mama used to do drugs and used to have men all in the house. I used to see my mom with a different man every day of the week. Maybe then you'll have a mother who won't let you see that. That's right. Because she'll want to be glorified for the good things. But when she knows she's going to get glory on Easter Sunday, she's going to get glory on Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, right. Thanksgiving, Halloween, she gets a break. That more so go for the children. And then Christmas, she's going to get glory in that too. Did I say her birthday? And her birthday, Easter, all of that. All of these holidays, she's going to get glory anyway. So why does she have to change? Right. Why does she have to do anything? You understand? Salakia, if I may, she gonna get glory on your birthday too. Yeah, damn right. You know, some brothers, their birthday come around and be like, it ain't about me. You know, my mom's is the one who did da. So my mom is my mother and my father. Right. So that, you know, you'll get glory in that. But if I may, what you're saying is so heavy because it really, again, everything, it always goes back to the Christian church. Mm-hmm. It's just so Christian to want an award for being a selfish piece of garbage. It's so Christian to want praise and honor for being for lack of a better word, a piece of shit, being a terrible human being.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how many women, the same women that be on Facebook and Instagram and they got BBLs and they're horrible women who hate on other sisters and belittle black men and talk down on other sisters because they don't have, you know what I'm saying, Balenciagas or they don't got this kind of bag or whatever. Those are the same sisters that put Proverbs 31 woman in their bio. You know what I'm saying? Like it's such a spirit, like you said, like it's such a spirit of like hubris and egotistical. It's all about me.
Right.
I'm good no matter what. I'm the best all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's comes straight from the Christian church, and that's the exact same thing we're dealing with here in the same situation.
And I give that brother a hand because that's tremendous. You understand? And that's exactly what's going on, man. Which is why you shouldn't celebrate Mother's Day, man. Help your mother out, man. Help your mother. You understand? At some point, you have to grow up. At some point, you have to take the reins of your family, especially if you're a brother. If you're a sister in the school, then that weight somewhat falls on you as well. You may have to take the reins of your family. You may have to go to your father and say, Father, don't call me on my birthday, Father. With all due respect, because under Commander General Yohana and the Isupk, I'm changing my life so I won't be a wicked bastard no more like I've used to be. You understand? And it may just have to come to that. But that's just what we have to do here in this place. Otherwise, we are going to continue to raise up selfish, distraught women and children who think that they are entitled to everything. You understand? And is not responsible for nothing. You understand? I just had a situation. I don't know. Should I say this? Should I tell this story? Or is there a way I could tell this story another way? I tell this story very vaguely. Right? I just had a situation with my family and what you would call in the world in-laws, right? And after the situation arose, now, me personally didn't necessarily do anything to cause the situation. However, the next day, you understand, me being a priest and prophet of the Lord, I set all of them down. And this is majority women. I set all of them down. And I told them, I said, hey, look, what occurred last night, we're gonna talk about it right now amongst us. And what we going, and I sat there and I apologized. I told them, if it's anything that I did to offend any of you, Salakia, you understand, I'll work on that and I'll change myself and we're going to continue to get better. However, nobody went to jail this night. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got killed. And that we can afford. It's not good, but we can afford that. What we cannot afford is us to hate each other because of it. Because there's too many people outside of this family, including our oppressor, who hates us enough. You understand? And I had to tell that to my family. And they're looking at me like, this is the child. How in the hell is he doing this? And you can see it in their eyes that was battling their demons, man. That was a battle of Christianity. Because in their Christianity, they wanted to just ignore it and go back and gossip and talk more crap about it and talk this and do that. But by doing that, you're portraying the practical knowledge that Commander General Yohana is instilling and teaching all of us, man. And that is how you disturb their conscience. That is what we do. You understand? And as a brother and sister in the truth, this coming Sunday, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to sit your mother down. And you're going to have to tell her, you got to say, look, Ma, this goes against God. And I know you love God. I know you want to serve God. Well, read this scripture here. And you're going to take her to the book of Amos. Or if you're not an officer in the school, you're going to refer back to this class. And you're going to show her the General Mahaimi's class. And you're going to say that this goes against God, mother. And because of that, I'm not going to celebrate Mother's Day this year. And I'm never going to celebrate it again. And I hope and I pray to the Lord that you decide that you are not going to celebrate Mother's Day ever again. And I'm going to make sure that I change myself, and I'll make sure to reverence you for the good things you do, but not on this day. Not on this day. You understand? Christ gave his life for us to not celebrate Mother's Day. And so because of that, I can't turn my back on Christ. I can't turn my back on that woman and her 7 sons in the book of 2 Maccabees, and them prophets in the Old Testament, and them disciples who gave their life for this truth. I cannot turn my back on them to please you, mother. You understand? And so hopefully you'll join me. But if not, no sweat. I have other mothers in the truth. I have other sisters in the truth that I'll reverence, that I'll give glory to. And we'll work it out that way. You understand? And that's how we gotta be in this truth, man. You understand? Anybody else got anything to bring out on Mother's Day? Otherwise, I'm gonna turn the table into these demons, which ties into it. Anything else? I ain't now. The Lord is watching. The Lord see He in here. Y'all ever been in the world and y'all ever say, man, I need to get closer to God. I need to figure out what God got in store for me. Why is my life the way it is? Well, if you in this room, the Lord heard it. The Lord heard you. And now you in here. And the Lord is giving you your medicine. And it may taste like Robitussin, but it will fix you. You understand? Give me James chapter 2 and verse 19. Of course, demons is ran by Satan, man. Satan himself, man. Satan uses demons, man, and uses them to well, let me not give you. I forgot. Y'all got y'all precepts? Anybody got any precepts? I'm a Christian in this. At this point, if it's no more on Mother's Day, then we gonna do up here we could just pass the mic. Or was oh no, there's one over here already. Yeah, so he gonna read.
Yeah,
but then
somebody else needed this one right
no, I didn't. I thought that we only had 2 mics, but we got 3. Yeah, so if you want, you can just keep that one. All right, no sweat.
James 2 and 9, 19, sir.
Yeah, but y'all get y'all precepts, you understand, on just demons now. There's nothing else on Mother's Day. You understand? Get those precepts out. We're gonna go into it because demons plague our community. But now my first question is, what is a demon? Or what do you think a demon is?
It's like, sir, for me, Christianity would have you believe, demons are the things that, down there in hell that would torment you. You know what I'm saying? And they would say that's demons or some kind of actual monster or being, a physical being that can, wreak havoc or something. A demon.
Okay, yeah.
In Christianity.
Yeah, they teach you that demons in your closet at night, right? That's what I mean. What did y'all think a demon was before coming in the truth? That's what I thought. I thought a demon was like you feel me, what's that movie? Where you they pull you out your bed and stuff. I don't really watch horror movies. I don't really know.
Oh, it's like Drag Me to Hell.
No. It's another. It's like you be in your house and the door is shut. And you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, paranoia.
That's it. Paranormal activity, right? Okay. They would say like if the door's shut. And you're like, yo, they're like, that's a demon. It's a demon in the house. It's the wind, but no sweat. Right? But that's what I grew up thinking that a demon was. And of course, Christianity is, and I used to say, I'm gonna start saying this again, right? Christians are like children, right? You know how children will pick up this battery and they'll just be like, grenade, and throw it, and Christians have an imagination of a child. And the problem with an imagination of a child is that nothing actually is evident. Nothing's actual facts. Is this a grenade or is this a goddamn mine or C4? Or is it another day in a drilling shot? Or is it a pill? Or is it a cocaine capsule? You understand? To a child's imagination, this is whatever the hell they feel it is at the time. And that's what Christianity is. A demon is that thing that's in that closet. That's a demon. Right. Then when you listen to rap music too much, they say, see, boy, you got a demon on you. You understand? What the fuck is Salakia? What the hell is a demon then? Is it the thing in the closet? Or is it this? You understand? Right. What you got?
So what you saying is heavy, because just like the child, a demon, to them, is whatever they want it to be, but it's so going back to what we just talked about with the Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. It's just pure selfishness, right. like almost like a child, right? Imagine how kids will play, right? Mm-hmm. and you know, they'll be playing a game where they got swords or something, and the dude, one kid will slash the other kid, but I killed you. He'd be like, no, you didn't. But yes, I did. You're like, no, because I got super crazy regenerative armor that came on in the last minute, so you can't kill me. I got this extra laser in my sword, so they can make up something as they go along that suits exactly what they want. So to the Christian, if you even say, well, you know, well, I was going to do that for you, but I ain't got it. Well, that's the demon right there. It's the demon that's telling you not to give me this $200 so I can go get high or whatever. It's like anything in any moment they want, that's a demon. Yeah. It's pure selfishness. So like,
yeah, that brother, you feel like a brother is trying to keep a woman all to himself. You go to he got a demon. That's a demon on him. You understand? Anything you want it to be, and that's what Christianity does. And the truth, however, we make things very much clear. So what is a demon?
Select, sir.
Abuwan, if you want it, you can, but go ahead, take a shot.
Select, sir, a spirit that will cause you to sin.
See me one more time up to do something. You said what?
A spirit that will cause you, will tempt you into sinning, sir.
For time's sake, I'm gonna give it to you. A demon is a voice, right? It's a voice inside of your head, right? That's what a demon is. It's something that is talking to you. It's an entity that you cannot see, feel, or touch, or smell, but he's there. You understand? And a demon can cause you to be blind. A demon can cause you to be deaf. When you see a blind man is blind because there is literally a demon on him that's doing this and is blocking him from seeing, because that demon does not want him to see. Just like the blind man that Christ had to heal. You understand? Why was Christ able to heal that man?
Christ was able to heal that man because, make sure I say this correctly, I don't want it to sound spooky.
Or what did he do to save him?
He got rid of the demon.
He cast out the demon. There was a demon over him like that's doing this, and Christ cast out the demon, which allowed the man to see again. Right. You understand? And so the demon. Oh, you got something else?
No, I was just say this, expound on on what you're saying. The demon is like it's a being, but it's like it's a being that works. So I know you're gonna go into it. Just suffice to say, in the fourth dimension. So we human beings, we see in 3 dimensions.
Hey, Islam, y'all about to Islam, so you want to take the class? What we talking about? Demon, sir. Oh, nah, you got it.
It's like I was just saying, as human beings, we can only see in 3 dimensions. We can see in 3 dimensions, so we see the physical world in front of us, but it's like you said, let's get that. But in the fourth dimension, there's angels, demons, things we can't see, and in the fourth dimension is where that demon is able to manipulate the physical world that we live in. Right. I'm saying, so like you still going back to what you said, Christ was able. It's not spooky. It's not magic. Christ was able to cast the demon off the brother that was performing that action, and now he can see because there's no demon stopping him from seeing no more. So,
right. So that's what a demon is. And what is a demon's job to do? What is a demon's job to do? What does a demon want?
It's like a tempt you into breaking the law, sir. Cause you to break the law.
That's not what a demon wants. A demon wants something more than that. Sis. A demon wants you to die. That's what a demon wants. You understand? You're damn right. A demon wants you to have to be blind, and you hate your life so much because you're blind that eventually you shoot yourself in the head. That's what a demon wants. That's what a demon wants. A demon wants you because you lost your job, because your children got taken away from you because of some bitch, because you coming into the truth. And your wife says, "Oh, you gonna be in that coat? You better choose the coat, or choose me." And because you listening to the brothers, the priests, and the Lord, and you decided to change your life and to not leave those brothers in the truth, that woman takes the kids away from you. And that demon wants you to sit inside your house and just soak in your depressiveness, to soak in your depression,
And then the demon wants you to lose your job and just be so sad. And then that demon wants you to go to prison or have court or have some kind of just all kinds of things happening to you all at once. And that demon wants to weigh everything down on you so you can walk to some bridge and you can say, well, I ain't nothing. I ain't nothing. I don't got my kids. I don't got a family. I lost my wife, my job. I'm not driving a big, nice sports car. I don't get the ladies like that. I don't have nothing. And that demon wants you to jump off of the bridge and kill yourself. Right. And then as you jump off the bridge, what happens? What happens when you jump off the bridge?
You die, sir.
No, before you die, what happens?
Slightly.
Brother, you got the microphone?
That's when you regret it.
You regret it.
That's when you know ain't no turning back.
You're right. You that what the brother's saying is correct. You regret it, and you know I'm 50 feet in the air. There ain't no turning back. But why do you regret it, sis? Because give her a hand. You understand? The sis said because that's when that demon leaves you. Once the demon did his job to get you to jump off the bridge, the demon leaves you, which is why when people jump off a bridge, they do what? What do? They scream. They scream. Why? Because they're terrified that they about to die. Why they terrified they about to die? But they just jumped. Then they know that they were jumping to kill themselves. They didn't. They allowed a demon to take over them. And then when the demon job was done, it's over. And you scream. That's why if you look at the statistics of suicidal survivors, it's over like 80% of them all say that they regret trying to take their life because the demon is gone. You understand? If you've ever been in an argument with a woman, with your rib, and she cursing you out, calling you all kinds of names, bitch, nigga, this, you ain't this, that's why you suck at this, and that's why I'm asleep with your friend, this, that, and the third, then she get in counsel with General Hyman and she starts to do what? Who knows? Who knows what she starts to do?
Oh, so it's like it starts to cry and
she starts crying. She starts crying. Why is she crying and so sorrowful and just so weak? When just a second ago she was about to punch you in the face. How many of you have dealt with this? How many of you have seen a woman who was like, I'm going to whoop you. I'm going to punch you in the face and I'm going to murder you. How many of you ever dealt with that? Even though you know this 5'4" piece of twinkle sticks I can crush with one hand, and she knows it. But yet she is, I'm gonna do that, I'm a beat. You don't know me, mother effer. I'm a mother effing this, I'm a mother effing that, I'm gonna get you, man. And you just looking at her, and then she gets on the phone with General Hyman. She's like, no, I'm so sorry. Why is she saying this now? Why is she crying now?
It's like because the demon had left.
Because when she was mother effing this, you wasn't talking to that sister. You was talking to that demon. You understand? You ever seen the movies where, you understand, you think that it's like some little girl, and when she turn around, her whole face and turn into some crazy stuff, and then they go back? Yeah, that's what happens. So when you talking to that sister, and I'm mother effing this, that's not her. That's not her. That's a demon, man. What's another example? That brother in the club, he drinking, and man, I'll shoot everybody in this. I don't give a fuck. I'll kill everybody in this goddamn club with me if you want to. I'll get a bouncer. I'll kill a security guard. I don't care about the police. I'll take 10 bullets before I die. I'm Scarface. And then he in court, and you see his mugshot. What's going on? Is that what that is? Oh, no sweat. Yeah, no sweat. And then, yeah, I don't know what that is. I knew I was about to say it. I'm saying that's Satan trying to shut us down. Little do Satan know, Durham started up on humble beginnings. I don't need no goddamn mic. If it get too bad, we cut it off. We rock out without it. You understand? But that brother in the club, he do all that, and then guess what? That demon makes him do what? What we doing? Let me know. Come on. He shoots a brother out. I mean, he shoots a brother. He kills a 6-year-old child with a straight bullet. You understand, Shalom? He shoots a 6-year-old child with a straight bullet, and then the police come and get him. And what is he doing in his mugshot? He's crying. Why is he crying?
It's like, sir, because that demon done left.
Because that demon done left him now. Now it's him. Now it's Jerome that's in that prison cell. Who shot that kid won't Jerome. That was Ashmodeus. You understand? That was a demon that was controlling Jerome, and he gave into it. You understand? And so when you living in this world, you got to realize that them demons are real, and they work for the same God that you work for. You understand? Give me James chapter 2 and verse 19.
Okay. It's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 19.
And when you understand this, when you understand that the pain and the torment that you got going on in your life, how many of y'all got something going on in your life where that's bad, that you can't figure out? You ain't got to raise your hand, because I know every last single one of you do. Why? Why is that? Why do you think that life is hard for us? Why do you think that? Somebody blow my mind. Why do you think that?
Oh, slacking, sir, because the Lord is a man of war.
Because the Lord wanted to be hard for you.
That's right.
Why you think demons is on you? You think demons is on you because of some man in some laboratory? It's the Lord that's sending demons on you.
That's
because
right.
The Lord want to see who gonna jump off that bridge and who gonna choose to serve him.
That's right.
Who gonna kill himself and who gonna choose to serve him. Who gonna leave the truth and become a drug addict, and who gonna stay inside these classes even though he don't have his children and is blind and is missing one leg and choose to serve him. You understand? We got brothers that is living in the worst predicaments. Give another shout out to Officer Maya Shamal. I had the honor and the privilege of training this brother in the Hebrew Academy, man, and he graduated. And guess where he's at? He's in prison.
Right.
In prison. Officer 500 in prison. Solid brother in the truth. He could easily say, well, there ain't no other brothers up in here with me. I might as well join the Muslims. I might as well be a Christian or join the Bloods or the Crips. Yet he in prison in Hebrew Academy, man, standing strong in that goddamn prison, not allowing no demon to make him kill himself, man. You understand? But you got a choice. But when you realize that it's the Lord that's sending the demon onto you, then you realize what? That if the Lord is making this happen, then the Lord can fix it.
That's right.
Read what you got.
It's book of James, chapter 2, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Thou believest that there is one God.
You believe in Yahweh. You coming into the truth. You ready to yield your servitude under Commander General Yohana and Christ and ready to serve the Lord.
Right.
With all of your ailments and all of your pain and all of the hatred that you're going to get for serving the Most High. You ready for it because you believe that there is one God and you believe that this God will save your life. Keep going.
Thou doest well.
And you do well in the truth. You do well to come to class. You do well to put on all black. You do well to check in, to go to camp, to teach. You do well to be a brother to a brother. And you believe that this is life. You believe that this is how you're going to save your life. Get that brother with the we ain't no sweat. We're gonna have to paint over. Carry on. You understand? But you believe that this is what it is, right? Keep going.
The devils also believe.
The devils also what?
Also believe.
They also what?
Also believe.
What do they believe? What do the devils also believe?
That there's one God.
They believe in Yahweh too.
God.
Satan takes orders from the Most High as well, just like you and I.
That's
just
right.
like all the angels, Satan takes orders, man. And so when you understand that, you know that when you feeling that depression, you understand that it's what? It's a demon on you.
That's
and
right.
The Lord is sending it to you, man. The Lord is sending depression on you. The Lord is sending blindness on you. That woman walked out your life, the Lord made that bitch go.
Right.
Because the Lord want to see what you gonna do. He want to see what kind of man you are. You understand? He want to know what brother gonna show up to camp even though he don't got a car.
Right.
What brother gonna show up to camp even though he don't got the funds? What brother gonna show up to camp even though it's his daughter's birthday?
Right.
The Lord want to see. So he want to see if a bitch leaving you is gonna make you fold. He want to see if some jail time is going to make you fold. He want to see if you having high blood pressure or heart disease or enlarged heart or problems in you is going to make you fold. Give it up for all the brothers in the Hebrew Academy, man. You got brothers who are older brothers, man. Older brothers in the truth with all kinds of conditions, man. All kinds of heart conditions. After the doctors told them you should not do it. You shouldn't go through any strenuous activities whatsoever because you could die. And them brothers stood in front of Commander General Yohana and they received their cover, graduating Hebrew Academy, because they didn't allow demons to control their life. They allowed the Lord to control their life, man. You understand? Read that one more time.
Mm-hmm. It's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Thou believest there is one power.
Uh-huh.
Thou doest well. The devils also believe.
They also believe. Keep going.
And tremble.
They tremble at what? What do demons and devils tremble at?
The Most High power, sir.
And what does that mean? If they tremble at the Most High power, what does that mean?
It's like I said, they follow him.
They follow him, but they trembling at him. What does it mean if they tremble? Remember, this is how you beat demons. This is how you beat them. What does this mean? What will make a demon leave you?
It's like I said, following the law, statute,
because you make yourself one with Christ.
Come.
Because that's what they fear. They fear an austere man. They fear a man that won't go and eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster.
Yeah, right.
That won't sleep with his brother's wife. That won't give up. You understand? That won't quit on his brothers. That's what demons fear. They don't like that.
That's right.
They don't like that. Why don't demons like that? And Salaki, if I'm going too deep into it, why don't demons like that? I'll give you a hint. They work for the Lord. They got a job to do. Right. So why don't demons like a strong man in the truth?
It's like they failed their job.
Because they can't get their goddamn job done.
Right.
So they got to leave brothers like Tabawan. They got to get up off of him because they wasting their time. They ain't going to get paid. Right. Demons get paid with commission. Why the hell they going to stay on this brother? And this brother, this brother ain't going for her. Damn. What the hell else I got to do? I done broke his leg. I done put him in a car accident. I done lost his car. I'm making sure that his car don't ever start.
Right.
He's doing everything for this vehicle. I'm holding conveyor belts so that it don't ever start. He's supposed to quit. He's supposed to leave the truth and go be a male stripper. He's supposed to leave the truth and go suck dick for cigarette butt. Salakia. Salakia. He's supposed to leave the truth and go and jump off of a bridge because that'll make his life easier. I'm making his life hard, but yet he keeps showing up to class. He keeps showing up to camp. He keeps showing up to the Passover every single year. He keeps showing up, and I'm making his life hard on purpose. We got to go somewhere else.
That's right.
We got to go to the brother who is weak. We got to go to, I was about to say a name. You see a brother in here one day, next day, what are you doing? You was blowing a rod for cigarette butts.
Damn.
You got a demon on you. Right. Damn. Is this about to say? I think, look, we ain't gonna say his name. The water for the work that brother did. You understand? Salakia. I'm like, Salakia. But that's what a demon wants, man. And the demon trembles at the Lord, man. And so when you do what the Lord does, a demon is gonna get up off you, man. That's why we follow the council and the Isupk, man.
That's right.
You understand? We don't allow demons to run our life. What else we got? Somebody, come on, pull up scriptures, man. Give me the scripture where it say when one demon will leave you and 7 more will come back. Give me that one. Give me all the demon scriptures you got.
It's like, sir, if I may.
Any questions online? I think it's in the book of Matthew, chapter 12, or something like that. The one with the 7. It's not. Okay. Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and
like it said, 12 and 22, sir.
You can read. No, I don't know if it's there. I think it's 43.
Okay.
You can give me Matt. Oh, you can start at verse 22. Right? That's an example of a demon and jump down to 43.
Okay.
All right.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him, insomuch that the blind and dumb both spake and saw.
So this is Christ. I'm gonna go through these real quick because it's one thing I want to bring out.
If y'all could bear with me, I know we closing in on that time.
Come
If
on.
that's too wild. If after 9 o'clock anybody gotta go, you understand? If you got obligation, no sweat. But it's one thing I want to bring up. Read that one more time.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil,
Uh-huh.
blind and dumb.
This brother was blind and dumb. What does it mean to be blind and dumb?
It's like, sir, he can't see or hear.
He can't see or talk.
Oh,
Right?
like,
Dumb man can't speak.
come
Right?
on.
A deaf can't hear, blind can't see. Keep going.
Come on. And he healed him.
And he healed them. This is what Christ did. Now, Christ was able to heal these demons, which we will have the power to do. You
Right.
understand? We cleanse demons all the time. You should see some of the things Commander Junior Yohana does.
Most
You
high
understand? You understand? And these are the things that we will do. But I'm paraphrasing, but there was a child who was, I forget exactly what was wrong with him. I think he was dumb, or I think he was just born deformed or something like that. And his parents brought him to Christ. No, brought him to the disciples, but the disciples could not heal him. And then they brought him to Christ. And Christ healed the boy, and the disciples asked, well, why was we not able to cast out the demon on this child? And Christ told him what? Because, certain demons casting out of certain demons takes much fasting and much prayer. Meaning Christ had put in so much work in the truth that he was granted the power to be able to cleanse those demons. And that's what happens in the truth. You coming in the truth at first, you don't know how to cleanse somebody, the demon of the weed demon.
Right.
Because you need experience. You need to go to camp. You understand? You got to come to class. You got to teach class. You got to put in work. And then you'll be able to cast out those demons of a brother who can't get off of weed,
Right.
or a brother who is fighting homosexuality or depression, or any demon that a brother may have. Then you'll start to gain those abilities. Jump down to verse 43.
Come on. Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43.
Mm-hmm.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man,
Mm-hmm.
he walketh through dry places,
Mm-hmm.
seeking rest and finding none.
So read that one more time.
Come on. Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man.
So what is an unclean spirit?
It's like, sir, a demon, sir.
Right. So that unclean spirit leaves you, right? So you come into the truth and you got a weed habit,
Right.
right? But you come into the truth, and like the parable of the sower, you one of the seeds that is falling in the soil, and you like, man, I love this truth. I love this brotherhood. I gotta shake this. I gotta get this off me. And then for a while, you getting the weed off. You like, man, I remember coming in the truth, and I remember at one point I was like, man, I ain't gonna never stop smoking weed. It's not about to happen. I loved everything what the brother was saying. I was coming to class, and I was on my phone texting like, yo, we matching after this? You understand? But I would agree everything what the brother is saying. Everything they saying is correct, even about weed. I ain't fight it. I just couldn't shake that demon.
Okay.
But I remember eventually it was like, man, I ain't smoked weed in 2 years. Good night.
Dang.
It became 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, and eventually that demon shook.
Most
You
high
understand?
Christ.
And so you may be able to shake that one demon, but what? Keep going.
Come on. He walketh through dry places, seeking rest.
He walking through dry places, meaning that demon is walking to attach itself to somebody else. Keep going.
Come on. Seeking rest and findeth none.
He findeth nobody to attach himself to. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 44.
Mhm.
Then he saith,
Mhm.
I will return into my house.
So he said, I'm going to come back to that old man. I'm going to go right back to him. Keep going.
Come on. From whence I came out.
Uh-huh.
And when he is come,
Uh-huh.
he findeth it empty.
He findeth it empty, meaning what? What does it mean that he findeth it empty?
It's like, so he can't attach himself to anything. Like, he's all the.
It's cleaned out. The brother's spirit, his soul, his spirit is clean. He got the spirit of Christ on him.
Come
You
on.
understand? It's empty. It's not disgusting. It's
Right.
not filled with cigarette smoking and homosexuality and drug addiction and violence and gang violence.
Right.
It's empty. You understand what you got?
Came back home for all his furniture.
Right.
He had nowhere to rest. It was empty. It was empty.
Right. The party over.
Right.
You come back. You're like, I'm about to go to the gas station, come back, and everybody gone. You're like, they just kill your whole vibe. You're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Salakia, keep going.
Come on. swept and garnished.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 45.
Swept, meaning he cleaned it out, right? Keep going.
Come. Verse 45.
Mm-hmm.
Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits.
So now that demon gonna come back with what? He gonna come back with 7 more. Meaning the scripture call it a legion. He gonna come back with a legion of demons that is getting ready to try to get you to do what? Kill yourself for time's sake, right? Keep going.
More wicked than himself.
More wicked than himself. You understand? Meaning you had a demon of smoking weed. Now you got a demon of
smoking crack.
Whatever. All kinds of things. The Lord, they understand, he gonna send that on you. Keep going.
And they enter in and dwell there.
And they gonna enter in and dwell there. Keep going.
And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
And now he worse off than what he was. You understand? And I've seen that happen so many times. You'll see a brother come into the truth, and y'all understand, we here with each other. So you understand, you can sense what a brother going through. You understand? And sometimes he'll even tell you. And then eventually, brother, he might drop his sword. He drop his sword, and then he's like, nigga, you went from this to blowing rod for cigarette butts? How did this happen? Like you came in the truth and you was just a little soft. You was a little soft. You little soft. But nigga, now you gay?
God damn.
You left the truth and now you're a gay man? You watch gay porn? What the hell happened? You understand? You came in the truth fighting one thing, and you was battling it. You was in here with the brothers. You was in the Hebrew Academy. You was in there doing the eye gouge, and then you leave. And then now you're watching gay porn. You understand? You understand what I'm saying, right? It isn't something that's new. This isn't something that's new to you, right? You hear brothers coming to the truth, and then they leave and they have to be extra wicked. You understand? They extra destroyed. They don't know this to be normally in the world. It's good night. Keep going.
Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation.
Come on. Go ahead, read that one more time.
Okay, come. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation.
Drop that. Give me 2 Maccabees chapter 7. And one last thing I want to bring out, man. Just for y'all to keep this in your mind when y'all go outside of these, because it's easy to be strong inside of these classrooms. It's hard to be strong outside. Right? But you wanna what's the word I'm looking for? For lack of a better word or better phrase, you want to bring yourself closer to these brothers and sisters that's in this Bible. You understand? This is not only just our Constitution, but this is our history.
Right.
You understand? The brothers and sisters in this Bible are our ancestors, and these are the things that they died for. You understand? Y'all are all familiar with the scripture of Christ and how he prayed to the Lord that the cup pass him.
Right.
You understand? Meaning Christ wanted what? What did Christ want? As it pertaining to him being crucified. I'm gonna ask this brother right here. Brother, you remind me of your name again? Brother D. What are you familiar with that scripture? Or
he didn't want to do it.
Right.
He was like, get somebody else if you want, but
I want to say that he said get somebody else because Christ, of course, was the ultimate soldier, right? If anybody was gonna die, it's gonna be him. He made sure of that. But you completely correct. He didn't want to do it. You understand? Because he knew that it was gonna hurt. It was gonna be painful. Christ was a brother, and what Christianity does it makes my blood boil the way they portray Christ, because they portray Christ as somebody who just not even just soft, right? But someone who is not a human being. They portray Christ as someone who wasn't a man, as if every lash didn't hurt. Every lash that Christ got, let someone lash you. It felt the same. You understand? And Christ had to go through that. He had to sit there and suffer it. And he never got a chance to enjoy pork or sin, to keep it short. He never got a chance to do it. He didn't even get a wife. And yet here we are living our best life, YOLO, doing all kinds of crazy things when that brother had to suffer, man. And he prayed to the Lord. He prayed to God that he didn't have to do that. But of course, it was the Lord's will that he did. And so you want to reassociate yourself with these scriptures.
Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself back with them. You understand? Align your heart with their hearts. Align your minds with their minds. Your flesh should be their flesh. The pain that they felt, you should feel it. And then maybe it won't be so hard to not celebrate Mother's Day. You understand? Read what you got from verse 1. We're going to go through this very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Just give me 10 minutes, Baba Gashad, Tabawan, if you could. 10 minutes.
Come.
We're going to go through this. Run through it.
Come. The second book of Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
Now, we talking about King Antiochus, right? If I'm not mistaken, this was a Greek during the time. The king of the Greeks during this time. And he knew that the Jews followed the law, statutes, commandments, and that it was a sin to eat pork. Now, pork to us may seem like a what? Read my mind. Not to us, but generally in the world, as it being a sin, pork is what? It's a small thing.
Yeah,
it's not homosexuality.
Right.
It's not murder. It's not any of those things, right? It's not the 10 Commandments. It's a small thing. It's
Right.
a little bit of pork. Pork is in gelatin, right? Mother's Day would be a small thing as well, but it's a sin unto us.
That's right.
And let's align ourselves with these brothers and this woman, right? Keep going.
And we're tormented with scourges and whips.
So the same way they tormented Christ, you understand? Somebody get the Apocrypha for this brother.
Yes. Jot down verse 2, sir.
Hold on 1 second. Read it again.
The second Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren.
And if I could, select your brother D. You understand? So if we in the book of Second Maccabees right now, which is contained in the Apocrypha, so it's not going to be in that sword, right? If you want to get a Bible, it'll have to be the 1611 King James Version Bible. That's the closest translation Bible that you're going to find to the original text to this day. Somebody got it on a cell phone or something until he could get it. If you got an iPhone, Android, you're going to have to change that, brother. It's a sin to have Android. I'm playing, so like it. Yeah, but these scriptures is what if it's not the 1611 King James Version, then it's just in the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is a combination of if you could, Baba Kashal, somebody could take them to the Second Maccabees chapter 7. But these are the records or the books that was taken out of the Bible because they didn't want us to learn these records, right? Verse 1, we at the top. So see, I think he got it. He got it. Oh, that's his phone. Oh, okay. Okay, no sweat. All right, so read it again.
The second book of Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
So he wanted them to eat this pork. Keep going.
And were tormented with scourges and whips.
And he was going to torture them if they didn't. Keep going.
Verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die, rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
This brother said, we ready to die rather than celebrate Mother's Day.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot.
So pans and cauldrons. Pans, just think of a huge frying pan big enough to fit a human body, and a cauldron is like what a witch used to brew up her stew in, right? Big enough to fit a person. Keep going.
Verse 4. Which forthwith being heated.
So they heated it up.
He commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first.
So the first brother that spake first, he cut his tongue out. Keep going.
And to cut off the utmost parts of his body.
And he cut off his limbs. He dismembered his body parts. Keep going.
The rest of his brethren and his mother looking on.
While the rest of his 6 other brothers and his mother had to watch. All because he didn't want to eat pork. Keep going.
Verse 5. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him being yet alive.
So after all his members was cut off, he was still breathing,
You understand? Keep talking. I'm gonna keep reading.
He commanded him, being yet alive,
Uh-huh.
to be brought to the fire
Uh-huh.
and to be fried in the pan.
And they fried him in the pan. There's a coin after the Byzantine Empire. After the Byzantine Empire, which is more commonly known as the Dark Ages, which is 1,000 years, where black, dark-skinned people ruled Europe or the western part of Europe. And after the Byzantine Empire, there was a time after King James, actually his son, was in rulership, that there was a civil war. The civil war was where white people, Caucasians, started to come out of their habitat, which was in the mountains, and they started to come down into the cities, the castles, where we was like the Knights and Templar, right? We was wearing things like that, the mail, the suits, and we was warfare, all of that. And they started to come down and to cause war on us, right? And this is where they started to regain power. It was called the Josephite Civil War, right? Or the Jacobite rebellion, right? And if you look up during this time, there was a coin, and if I'm not mistaken, you just type in like Jacobite coin, and if you look at the coin on the back, you can see them putting us in slavery on their coin, on their currency. These things happen, and this, like when Christ got crucified on the cross, understand what I'm saying, right? Understand what I'm saying here. It wasn't nothing special, right? Christ being killed, regardless, is special to us because he didn't deserve it. And he died for us to be brought back to the Lord. But him being killed on a cross was nothing special. Hundreds of thousands of people got killed. It was 2 people beside him when he got killed on the cross.
Right.
The cross had no significance to Christ whatsoever. That's just how they chose to kill him. It's the same significance of Christ being killed is closely resembled to Nat Turner being hung by a rope. It's almost the same thing. What you got? Who? Oh, okay. Well, they did a whole lot of things in Nat Turner. Yeah, they put hot oil. What do you call it? What's the term? Tar and feathered him. They cut his members off. They put his members in the jars and pickled them into relics. If you go into Washington D.C., in Baltimore, there's a museum called I think it's called the African Blacks and Wax Museum. It's a good museum. I really wish I could go back again. The first time I seen it, I was a child. But knowing the truth, I would like to go back again. It's more so just about the blackity black, but you do get to see some of the torment that they did to us. And they would cut off our limbs and our body parts, and they would put it in relics. Right, they would do all kinds of things, right? The scriptures say that in their beds, they think of wicked inventions. Right. So they would go to sleep thinking, what can we do to torment these people? Also, in Babylon of Timbuktu, on page 62, when it talks about us leaving Jerusalem and General Pompey and Titus and all of them taking control of Jerusalem. So like if I'm rambling, but many atrocities was committed to us. This is an atrocity. This is what they did. This is what they practiced. You understand? Back then, these would be the Greeks, or they would be called like the Greco-Roman. Back then, they didn't call themselves Greeks. Greek was something that the Romans called the Greeks because they didn't like each other. The Greeks called themselves Hellenists. Yeah, Hellenes, right? Which is where that term Hellenist comes from. Eventually, they took on the name Greek. It's a lot of history. I'm rambling. We get that another time. But the point is, this is what they would do to us, right? Keep going.
And to be fried in the pan.
Uh-huh.
And as the vapor of the pan was for a good
so like, how many of you got brothers? Picture this, and this is your brothers. Your brother's being fried in the pan. Keep going.
Uh-huh. They exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully.
So they looking at each other. Y'all brothers is real men, right? I pray that y'all brothers is real niggas. And they looking at each other, they saying, hey, look, if this how we gonna go, this how we gonna go. You understand? Barakathaya Hawaya Shah, this how we die, this is it. You understand? And them brothers are standing manfully at the face of death, not celebrating Mother's Day.
Right.
Not celebrating Christmas, not smoking weed, something that we think is so small. But these brothers are willing to die rather than to portray their brothers, right. Rather than to portray the Most High. Keep going.
God, saying thus, verse 6, the Lord God looketh upon us.
They said, the Lord look upon us.
You understand? Keep going.
Khan, and in truth hath comfort in us.
And in this truth, he has comfort in us. Keep going.
Khan, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be confronted in his servants.
And he shall be what?
Be comforted in his servants.
He shall be comforted in his servants. Meaning the Lord is going to be comfortable. Meaning the Lord is full of rage and anger and judgment. But he's going to be comforted in us. And the scriptures, it says, I'm paraphrasing, it says, look not thou upon the sins of my people in the world, but look upon the works of those that's in the truth.
Right.
Look at what we do. And these brothers are saying the same thing. And this is what you must do. You understand? This is what you must do. You must fight your temptations and your lust every single day. And you must win that battle just like these brothers.
Right.
And they had to fight it, fighting death. However, your job is a little bit easier. You don't have a king from Greece that is threatening to chop your tongue out unless you smoke weed, that is threatening to kill you unless you celebrate Mother's Day or unless you eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You don't have that. All you have to do is to fight against yourself, and you must win that battle. Keep going.
Verse 7. So when the first was dead, after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock.
So now they brought the second to make fun of him, to make an example out of him. Keep going.
And when they had pulled off the skin of his head.
And now they scout this brother. Now this is your brother. Don't look at this like Christians look at this. Don't look at this like Christians look at this. This is not some story. This is historical facts. This happened to your brother.
Right.
To your ancestors. This is what white people did to you. This is what they would have done to you. If you would have said that I'm not celebrating Mother's Day, this is what would have happened to your children, to your sons, to your brother. Keep going.
And put off the skin of his head with the hair. They asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body?
So they tortured him and they said, will you smoke this blunt? Will you celebrate Christmas?
Right.
Will you eat this pork? Will you sleep with a white woman before we kill you? Keep going.
Verse 8. But he answered in his own language.
He spoke in what?
He's answered in his own language.
He spoke in the Lashawan Kwadash. Keep going.
And said no.
He said la'ah.
That's
Keep
right.
going.
Wherefore?
Because what? Why did he say la'ah? Tabawan. The Lashawan Kwadash master. What was the reason? What is so heavy about him speaking in his own language? I know you know. I know you know. What's so important about speaking in your own language? You pulled it out in the class on Friday in the Apocrypha, and the prologue, or why it's important to speak in your own language.
Apocrypha tells us that anything that's uttered in Hebrew, once it's transferred to another language, it doesn't have the same force.
Oui.
So when you say it in Lashawan Kodash, in the original language, the language of the angels, it's like you can't get more real than that, Salakia.
Yeah, hell yeah. That brother didn't speak Greek. He didn't say Krishna. He didn't speak Greek. He said la-ah.
That's right.
You understand? No. Keep going.
Okay. Wherefore he also received the next torment in order.
And they did the same to him. Keep going.
As the former did.
Keep going.
Verse 9. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury take us out of this present life.
When he on his last breath, he said, thou like a fury take us out of this present life. Keep going.
But the king of this world shall rise us up.
And who was the king of this world?
Slack is Yahweh Shah, sir.
Yeah, Christ. You understand? The one who gave his life to save us all. Gonna raise us up. Keep going.
Shall raise us up, who have died for his law.
Who have what?
Who have died for his law.
Now we celebrated Christmas.
Who have died for his law.
Now we smoked that blunt.
Who have died for his law.
We ate that pork.
Who have died for his law.
We celebrated Mother's Day.
Who have died for his law.
No. We got hatred from our mothers because we told her that we ain't gonna be wicked bastards on Mother's Day, man.
That's right.
We died for his laws, man. Christ said that when you go to serve the Lord, know that ye shall be hated because the world hated me first, man.
That's right.
You understand? And we prepared ourselves for that because we know where that is coming, man. And these brothers had it coming and they took it like men, man.
That's
you
right.
Understand? Keep going.
Unto everlasting life.
Give me one more time, man. I promise you. Go ahead.
Verse 10. After him was the third made a mocking stock.
Now this is the third of the 6 brothers, 7 brothers. Keep going.
And when he was required, he put out his tongue.
He put out his tongue. How he put out his tongue?
Don't do it. That's an inside. I thought he was gonna do it.
Oh no.
Oh, Zion, yeah. That's Zion. They ain't gotta do it. But y'all get the picture, man.
Okay.
You understand? Meaning what? He said, go ahead and take it. He said, take my tongue. You understand? Pause. Salagi. We gotta stop that, Gabon. You causing a plague in North Carolina. Go ahead. Keep going.
Come. And that right soon, holding forth his hands manfully.
He hold his hands out manfully. Keep going.
Come, verse 11. And said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them.
The Lord, he said, what were you at again? What verse?
Come, the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 11.
He said, what? These I have from heaven. Meaning what? These hands and this tongue I got from heaven. Meaning the body that I'm in, I got from the Lord. You understand? But and for his laws, I despise him. Meaning what? What does it mean that for his laws, he despised them? Meaning what? If this is the thing that is going to make me sin against the Lord, then I hate it. Then take it. If you taking my children away from me is going to be the thing that makes me sin against the Lord and trespass against my brothers, then take my goddamn kids, man. If my mental health is the thing that's going to make me sin against the Lord, then take it, man. You understand? Take my arms because I'm not smoking that blunt.
That's right.
Take my life. Take my job. Take my friends. Take Christmas. Take Mother's Day. Take my mother and my father because for the Lord and for my brothers, I'm not sinning against the Lord, man.
That's right.
And I despise it, man. Keep going.
God, and from him, I hope to receive them again.
And from him, he knows what? You're going to get more brothers, man.
That's right.
You're going to get more women, man. You're going to lose that bitch, and you're going to come in here and get 3 more wives. And you're going to have 10 children, man, that come to serve you. And then when your other children turn 18, they going to find you, and they going to come in the truth too, man. Keep going.
Verse 12. So much that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pain.
Meaning he ain't even care, but this brother was hardcore solid, man.
Most high
you understand? Drop down to verse 16.
Book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 16.
Now, this is the 5th brother. Keep going.
Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over men. Thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of the Most High.
These brothers hardcore to the bone. He said, you do what you want to do, oppressor. You do what you want to do.
Right.
You understand? You take my job away from me, Colin Kaepernick, because I kneel for black people during the national anthem, man. You do what you want to do, but don't think that my Lord has forsaken the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
That's right.
Don't think that God has forgotten about us, man. You understand? Don't think that. So you live your life. That's why it's a very UPK slogan to say what? Go enjoy Disneyland.
Right.
Go enjoy your kingdom. Go have your fun, oppressor. But don't think that judgment will not come back. Because Christ will crack that sky open. And I'm getting ready. I pray you understand. Keep going.
Verse 17. But abide a while and behold his great power. How he will torment thee in thy seed.
Prepare slaughter for his children. Keep going.
Christ. Verse 18. After him also they brought the 6th, who being ready to die said, Be not deceived without cause. For we suffered these things for ourselves.
We do what?
For we suffered these things for ourselves.
We don't celebrate Mother's Day for what?
For we suffered these things for ourselves.
We don't smoke weed for what?
For we suffered these things for ourselves.
We suffer these things, the things that you are putting on us, this torment you're giving to us, the demons that are on us, we suffer it. We suffer it for ourselves. Why? Keep going.
Having sinned against our power.
Because you've had enough fun, children. You've enjoyed your life enough. How many people have you hurt?
Right.
How many people have you lied to? How many things have you stolen? How many brothers have you hurt? Have you fought? You understand? How many men have you killed? How many drugs have you sold?
Right.
How many sisters have you done wrong that you've lied to, that you've made whores out of? How much pork have you eaten?
Right.
How many winters you celebrated Christmas? How many years of your life have you devoted it to being wicked, man? To being a terrible person? You've done enough. And so this torment that's on you, you should take it.
Right.
Take it. Take it. Take the depression. Take your children not seeing you because you don't deserve to be alive.
Right.
And these brothers took it. They took death.
They took being tormented and mutilated and dismembered and fried in a frying pan. Keep going.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, marvelous things are done unto us.
Uh-huh.
Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
But think not thou that takest in hand to strive against the Most High,
Uh-huh.
that thou shalt escape unpunished.
Keep going.
Verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
But the mother was marvelous above all.
This is a mother. Now, you all know y'all mother ain't standing for none of this.
Right.
Keep going.
Come.
I promise y'all, we about to get up out of here. Give me 5 more minutes. So like it. Bear with me. This gotta, come on now. You gotta remember this. Come on.
And worthy of honorable memory.
Uh-huh.
For when she saw her 7 sons.
So like it. Read that part one more time.
And worthy of honorable memory.
Remember this. She worthy of it. For all your life, who's the first president of the United States?
Oh, George Washington.
Don't all speak at once. George Washington. For all of your years of your life, you've remembered George Washington. Bear me 10 more minutes so that we can remember this sister that no one knows about, that T.D. Jakes never speaks about.
Right.
No Christian pastor chooses to forget this woman and her 7 sons. Well, tonight we're going to remember her.
That's right.
You talk about Mother's Day, we're going to give glory to a real mother.
That's right.
Tonight. Read that one more time. Mm-hmm.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
But the mother was marvelous above all, and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of 1 day,
she seen all of her sons that she bore, you understand, from her womb for 9 months, killed in 1 day. Keep going.
She bare it with a good courage because of the hope that she had in the Most High. Verse 21. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language.
She looked at every one of her sons and she said, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah.
Goddamn right.
Keep going.
Filled with courageous spirits and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach.
Meaning the natural thing for a woman is to do what? It's to cry. It's to plead for her sons that's dying, to be a woman, emotional. But she's stirring it up with a manly stomach, meaning she's stomaching it. She's stomaching it. And like the sister said, she had courage. Keep going.
She said unto them, verse 22, I cannot tell ye, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb.
She said, I can't tell you how you came into my womb. Keep going.
For I neither gave you breath nor life.
For I neither gave you breath nor life. Keep going.
Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
Keep going.
Verse 23, but doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things,
keep going,
will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake.
Because now you are not selfish to your own selfish desires. The Lord is going to bring you up again.
That's right.
You understand? This is a woman that deserves praise. This is a woman that deserves glory, man. You understand? Not your filthy, disgusting mother on Mother's Day, man. This woman, you understand? Who spoke to her children in her own language, man. Who cared enough to remember her language, man. Who cared enough to speak to her language. Who cared enough about the Most High to die for the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And didn't give a damn about no Mother's Day. Keep going.
Verse 24. Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised, is suspecting it to be reproachful speech.
Now he's a Greek. He don't speak Hebrew. He don't know what they talking about, but he's expecting them to be talking trash about him. Keep going.
Whilst the youngest was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths.
Now he's taking a different approach. He's not going to try to just mutilate him. He's going to try something different. Keep going.
That he would make him both a rich and a happy man.
Now, what does this sound like? What does this sound like?
It's like a politician, sir.
Yeah, it sounds like the world, don't it? It sounds like your friends. You smoke this blunt and you're going to get all the women. You're going to be cool. You're going to get nice and you're going to be happy. Your life is going to be so enjoyable, Tabawan. If you would just smoke this blunt, Tabawan, here, your life is going to be good. If you just sleep with this white woman, if you just celebrate Christmas and just be a good Christian man,
right,
your life will be so good and it'll be so happy and you'll be rich and you'll have money and you'll be able to walk around and nobody say you're in a coat and your mother will love you. You just celebrate Mother's Day, celebrate Valentine's Day. Your wife going to love you. Keep going.
If we would turn It's like if he would turn from the laws of his fathers.
If you would turn from the laws of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Keep going.
And that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with affairs.
Meaning he gonna make him a what?
He gonna
just like Joseph in Egypt. He's gonna give him a high position. He's gonna become your what? Your Benjamin Carson. He's gonna be your Thurgood Marshall. And what's the who? Clarence Thomas, yes, U.S. Supreme Justice. You're gonna be Clarence Thomas, a dumb idiot. He's disgusting. You understand? But he'll make you that. Keep going.
Verse 25. But when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life.
Just make your son celebrate Mother's Day.
Right.
Look, I know you don't want your son to die, and I won't kill him. Just save his life. Make him eat this pork. Keep going.
Verse 26. And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son.
I'll counsel him, all right. Keep going.
Verse 27. But she, bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country's language on this manner. O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee such 3 years, and nourished thee.
Meaning what? She said she bore her 9 months in her womb and gave thee such 3 years. What does that mean?
Breastfed him. It's like
3 years. What does that mean? And gave thee such 3 years.
Gave yourselves 3 years. Raised him like as a toddler.
Think about what she's saying. And gave and have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee such 3 years. Who gave who 3 years?
The mother to a son.
What does that mean? You said what? This son is 3 years old.
Oh, dang.
This is a 3-year-old boy.
Good night.
He gave him such 3 years. After 9 months, he came out, and she gave him such 3 years.
Hey.
3-year-old boy. This the youngest of all the brothers.
Right. I didn't.
You understand? This is a baby. It's a toddler. This is a kid.
Come.
What does scripture say about our oppressor? He would have no regard for the old nor the young.
Come. So basically his age.
How old is he? A little bit older than him.
Good night. Hey.
Now look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah. Yeah. And remember that. Keep going.
Come. And nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, endured the troubles of education. Verse 28, I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that the Most High made them of things that were not, and so was mankind made likewise. Verse 29, fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren.
He said, be what?
Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren.
Be worthy of thy brothers, man. And now, you have to think about one thing in here. Who are you worthy for?
Right.
Who do you serve? What will you sacrifice? What will you do? You gonna eat the pork? Or you gonna look at Tabawan and you gonna say, I love that brother, so I won't.
No sign of Christ.
You're gonna look at the young men and say, I want them to live, so I won't smoke weed.
That's right.
You look at Maya Shaw and you say, I want that brother to live, so I won't sleep with a white woman.
That's right.
What will you do? What life will you choose to live? And he was 3.
Good night.
3 years old, barely enough understanding, but enough. Keep going.
Come.
Quickly, we about to get through this. Come on.
Take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren.
He said, take thy death, because if you die now, then I may get you back with your brethren. You understand? Keep going.
Come. Verse 30.
Drop down to you keep going. Read.
Come. Verse 30. while she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment.
This is a solid 3-year-old.
God,
Keep going.
But I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. Verse 31. And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shalt not escape the hands of the Most High.
No, they're not going to escape judgment. Keep going.
Verse 32. For we suffer because of our sins. Verse 33. And though the living Lord.
35.
Oh, slack you. Book of 2 Maccabees chapter 7 verse 35. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty power, who seeth all things.
So they're not going to escape that judgment. You understand? Drop the verse 39.
Book of 2 Maccabees chapter 7 verse 39. Then the king, being in a rage, handed him worse than all the rest.
So he did worse to the youngest. Did worse to him. Keep going.
And took it grievously that he was mocked. Verse 40. So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in the Lord. Verse 41. Last of all, after the sons, the mother died.
So she died too. Keep going.
Verse 42. Let this be enough now to have spoken concerning the idolatrous feast.
The what?
The idolatrous feast.
Mother's Day.
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 The idolatrous feast.
Let this be enough that you don't celebrate Mother's Day. Let this be enough that you don't celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Let this be enough that you don't smoke weed. Let this be enough that you don't sleep with white women.
Damn right.
Let this be enough that you continue to come into the truth, because these brothers died so that you could.
That's right.
Keep going.
And the extreme tortures.
That's what them brothers had to go through.
Good night.
All you got to do is listen to your mother's mouth. That's all you got to do.
Right.
You don't got to get your tongue cut out your mouth.
Yeesh.
All you got to do is just tell your mom this. Well, I ain't going to say that. You understand? I know I'll probably tell my mom, maybe that's wrong. I don't know. But I'm just a different type of brother.
Most High Christ.
But all you got to do is follow the law, statutes, commandments, and fight against yourself, man.
That's right.
And so remember this. And remember these brothers, and remember that they weren't the only ones. It's like a Trayvon Martin story. We know about Trayvon Martin because it's pushed in the media. But many of our young men died by the hands of our oppressor every single day.
That's right.
You understand? And this was happening to us every single day because we held dearly close to us the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. And now here we are. And what will you do?
That's right.
And with that, pass the class over to preaching officer Thaba. Somebody, you got a question? Oh, swear, come on.
Is a mental illness a demon?
You said what?
Mental illness is a demon.
Mental illness is a demon, and it can be fixed.
Even if you were born that way.
Even if you're born, yeah. You understand? The man who was born blind, when Christ and the disciples came upon the baby who was born blind, he was born that way. But Christ did what? He cast out that demon of blindness. He fixed it. You understand? Mental illness can 100% be cured in the Isupk. 100%. You got brothers in here who are murderers. You got brothers and you sitting beside people who are crazy. I don't know if nobody told you. Anybody warn you? We might need to put a sign on the door. You're sitting, but every brother in here, we all got mental illnesses. What the hell do you think we in here for? You think we in here because we perfect, upright Christians who get all A's in school? Nah. We in here because we are crazy, barbaric idiots who look in our oppressor's face and calls him the devil, even though our brothers die for less. We're in here because we all got mental illnesses. But under Commander General Yohana and the glory of the Most High, we fix our problems in here because of our brotherhood. You understand? And that's what we do. You got a brother out there in Houston, Texas. I want to shout him out. I don't know if I should, though. I don't know if I can. But you got a brother out there in Houston, Texas. I don't know if I should say that. Just know that you have brothers who have serious mental illnesses. Serious ones. I'm talking ones that you cannot function in the world. Meaning if you met a person in the world and they said, I'm diagnosed this, you would run the hell away. This brother is teaching at camp. He's a brother in the school. I ain't gonna say too much. He's a Hebrew Academy graduate. He's one of us. What you got?
Why would he do that to you?
Why would the Lord do that to you?
Yeah, you know.
The Lord, remember what we just said. Mental illness is a what? It's a demon. And the Lord wants to see what? The Lord wants to see you fight that demon. Or he wants to see if you just kill yourself. It's no different than a good father to a son. As a good father, I don't know if you're a father or not, but as a good father, you're going to make everything good for your son. You're going to hand him everything, give him the silver spoon.
Yeah, I would want to.
You would want to, but is that a wise thing to do? Nah. Sometimes you see your son crying because he's doing 10 push-ups. What you gonna do? You gonna say, "Oh no, baby, just you don't gotta do no push-ups." What you gonna do?
Nah, he finished them. I make my son do push-ups.
You gonna have to make him do push-ups. Is push-ups hard? Yeah, it's hard. It's strenuous. But you gonna make him do it because you want to see him what?
See him do them.
You want to see him conquer that thing. Without a battle, there is no what?
No pain, no victory.
There is no conquering. You can't conquer nothing without a battle. You understand? So the Lord is doing it because he wants you to conquer it. You understand? Now you could definitely go into, hold on. Shalom, you have a sense with that. Common concept. Common concept. I'm about to end the class now, sir. The Lord wants to see you conquer these demons. Now, you may have been a brother in the past who was a wicked brother. You may have done some things in your past life, which is why the Lord is punishing you. However, through your punishment, you still want your son to do what? Conquer it. You want him to conquer that. And you want him to change his life. You understand? And so that's why the Lord is doing it. The short answer is because the Lord is a man of war. And he wants to see you fight. Because when you fight and you win in this life, then you are now what? Someone read my mind. Read my mind. You win in this life with all the mental illness, all the drug addiction, all the disease, all the rape, robbing, and murder. You are now worthy of what? I done gave it to you. You're now worthy. And you're worthy of that new kingdom, and you're worthy of that crown. You understand? Christ ain't giving no crowns to somebody who ain't fought for it. So you're going to have to fight for it. You understand? Does that answer your question? All right. No sweat. If you got any other questions, I'll be here after the class. But with that, I'm going to pass the class over to preaching officer Tabawan.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school for off limits for 6 months, they're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced Ma'ishra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation will be the Feast of First Fruits. I think it's in June. I think it's in June. So like, I gotta get the exact date. We'll get more information on that in the coming weeks. Want to remind Akim and Agwathi to check out social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, I madyum, which means to stand. Shalaki, bear with me just one moment. Sister, you can yashab. You can be seated.